Oh, wow.
Hello.
Okay, so what do you do at Igloo, Kim?
Well, quite a few different things, but I was introduced to it originally because I was looking for a recommendation for tutors for my husband John, because he didn't play an instrument and he didn't read music, and Igloo were recommended, and so I bought bought 6 lessons and a ukulele and a few other things, and
Oh, brilliant.
for a Christmas present. And when he got to the end of the 6 weeks, or the 6 lessons, I think it was over 6 weeks, he really loved it. And so he's carried on. So that's gone for, I think, more than 3 years now. But what I did is I played the saxophone and piano and a few other things, but didn't play ukulele. And so after about 18 months, I wanted to be able to play a uke with John. So I started taking lessons, and really I've been doing that since. So ukulele, and then took up guitar as well. So I'm doing both, bit of singing and band.
Oh, you do the, I thought you did the band, but I wasn't 100%. Do you both do band, you and John?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
John
thought
always
you
said,
did, but I wasn't 100%
yeah.
sure.
John always said, I'm not interested in doing anything like that. I'm just going to play for myself. But somehow I roped him in, and he's really enjoyed it. But how about you?
Yeah, well, initially I started choir, but then I did when Dee first set up the band. But I couldn't commit to it, so I couldn't do it, sadly, because I would have liked to have done it. But I do choir. Since lockdown, I've done, because Dee's done jams and BKF and singing on a Wednesday, and if she says I'm going to do this, then I'm yes, please.
Yes, you can.
And joining us, and it's just lovely. It's the friendship, I think, as much as anything else.
Yeah.
And guitar, I did guitar with, I played the guitar with infants, but I had all the confidence. I could lead an assembly of 300 children with the guitar with no problem at all. But you give me any adults, and I just didn't have the confidence to do it. But, you know, Dee and choir and jam is just giving me that confidence to just have a try at doing it. So
Yeah, so you're playing the guitar again.
yeah.
Well, lovely. I'm getting there slowly. Yeah. So what do you get out of it?
Oh, just the friendship and well, just everything really. The way that Dee and Chris have done this too during lockdown, I think I would just slowly have climbed the walls without it. Our son lives in London, and you know, we've seen the whites of his eyes for about 10 minutes since last Christmas. So it's that contact, and it was lovely for that short period where we could come into the gazebo, and but even without that, on Zoom, it's the contact with everybody, and you don't get the fullness of the sound, obviously, but you still get the experience. So it's kind of, you know, it's been wonderful.
Yeah. Well, it's just the experience for me. You know, it's been very interesting because I think they're particularly good with adults. I'm sure with children as well. But it's the whole process is really flexible and, you know, very supportive. And I find as much energy as I put into it, you know, I can progress as quickly as I want to, really, or you know, as I have time to, which is really good. And my husband and I do play together now as well, which is really nice. We play our ukes together, and sometimes we have lessons together as well, which I think, I'm not sure how often that happens, but it's really good. It's a great help. And what I was going to say, as far as lockdown, because you mentioned about during lockdown, it was it's just been fantastic because we could do our lessons on Skype, and it's been so easy. I don't know how you found it, but we just found it really easy to adapt to Skype, and then the band, of course, on Zoom. but as you mentioned, it is a little tricky because you can't all be on at the same time. But it does mean that you can still play along. You just mute and you play along with a strong player and singer. So yeah, that works. I think it works really well.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't done Skype because I went in and had a one-to-one, but that's when we could do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But so everything else has been on here. But with choir as well, it's just the togetherness.
And you
as
still
well
feel
as the
that?
sound. Sorry?
You still feel that on Zoom?
Yeah, because you get the facial. You can't actually hear, but
yeah,
you get that feeling looking at people.
Yeah.
If you like, and also the fun of we've been playing around with backgrounds, and it's just been phenomenal, really. And apart from anything else, I've never been brilliant with IT, but so my learning curve was kind of vertical. But it just gives you so much more confidence. So that's helped as well. So
yeah, you seem very comfortable with it on here. Yeah, it's good. As you say, it's almost like being there because you can interact, you can exchange conversation and try different things, and so yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, and it's friendships as well, the friendships that you made, particularly within the choir, because it's just I suppose that teamwork. And we did, and when you go to the performance, we did Choir Fest last March, and that the whole day it's just magical, really. It's the togetherness that's within the choir and with Dee and Chris. It's just like being with family. It is a family, really. It's just, it's wonderful.
If I can fit it in, I've been talking to DL about joining the choir as well. So
good. You'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah, I'm sure I will.
And it's when you get the harmony, because obviously you can't do that on here, but when you're all together and you hit that harmony on a high note or like in together, and it's just goosebump moments, you'll love it.
That's great. Yeah.
So what sort of singing have you done?
Not a lot. I used to sing in a choir when I was a kid, in a church choir. I used to go to a Catholic school, and I loved it. But I haven't done a lot since then. So I'm working on my exercises because I'm sure you're aware of them. But Dee's been great. We've had some singing lessons as well, and she's provided those. You get the CDs with the various training elements, so to try and get my voice a bit stronger and and a bit more range, I guess, as well. And because we're also going to do some recording, which is very exciting because they have a proper recording studio.
Yeah.
I have already done a little bit and are on a CD recording of us playing and my singing. So, but we're going to do another one as well, which is very exciting.
That's lovely. Were you on the last CD?
John was, and they used his recording and added mine to it. And so we had a separate CD, which is lovely.
Right, yeah.
But it was good. It was good. Oh, sorry, that's my computer is telling me something.
Oh,
nothing important. Nothing important. But so, where are you going to go with your learning with your guitar?
Well, thanks to Dee. When I was in my 20s, I sang in a folk duo with just two of us. But he was very, very musical, and kind of, I just accompanied him, really. Oh, he played, and then we both sang, and I did a bit of strumming. But that kind of, I haven't done that for years. But I've just had a go at writing a song, and
Mm.
that's Hayley. I mentioned it to Hayley, and she said, "You've got to do it." So I made a. I said to Dee, "Can I come and have a lesson, because I don't know, and it might be absolute rubbish." But she liked it, so we're going to record that. So that is really exciting. Really exciting.
And that's something you were working on a lot of years ago, many years ago.
Oh, yeah, so long, but never the confidence to, you know, always thinking, "Oh, no, I can't do that. I'll just leave that." And finally,
you're doing it.
They say better late than never, don't they?
Yeah, well, that's great. Have you always liked folk music?
Yeah. I love folk music. But actually, you see, my husband he loves opera, so
very different.
Very different, yes. So I do. I like lots of different music, but and I think that's the beauty of in the choir too. I tried to join. And I hated it. It just wasn't me, you know. It's but Dee is, I don't know, everyone is valued, and I guess she doesn't leave anybody behind, if that's the right way to put it. You know, it's brilliant. Love it.
I find as well, you talked about folk music. I like lots of different types of music as well, and we've been doing some jazz standards, a book my hubby had, so those are great fun. So that's another thing as well, because we can just kind of move into things you like to do and develop your skills in lots of different ways, which is great.
Yeah, that's lovely.
We'll have to get together at some stage, huh?
That sounds good. That does sound good.
And the choir.
Whereabouts do you live?
We're near Petersfield.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We're
on Hayling.
On Hayling. Island. Not far at all.
No.
When I first joined, I can't remember how long I've been playing the ukulele. It was less than a year when I joined the band, and it was the last few months of last year we were building up to doing performances at Christmas, and that was great fun. I wasn't very confident, but it was great fun. I remember trying to hide myself behind my music stand in case I forgot what I was doing. I forgot a chord or forgot how to do fingering. A lot more confident now, but it would be great when we can do that again. But we did lots of, we did a charity conference, a charity do for a hospice local. And lots of other things. So great fun. Yeah. Hopefully next year we'll be able to do that.
Oh, I do hope so. Did you do Port Solent last year?
We did, yeah. We did. Were you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I think that was John and one of our first things that we did. Yeah, because remember it started raining.
It was so cold and windy, wasn't it? It was really windy.
It started raining just as we finished, but that was really good fun. We got lots of applause. So
yeah,
that was nice. Yeah. I've just been asked a question.
Yeah.
How did you see it? How easy did I find it joining the band? Well, I found the band very welcoming, and you know, it's again like probably you like with the choir. I got to meet lots of different people, including some of the singers, and it's just been so good. Initially, there was a chap who was also playing a baritone, so it was just he and I playing baritone. So it was quite nice, and he was much more experienced than I was. So we used to give each other little tips and how to do various things and easier fingering and things like that. But the band was great. It's as you say, with the choir, that it's very accepting and very supportive. So you just keep going, and if you make mistakes, well, try harder.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And the dressing up helps too, doesn't it? Do you dress up and the elves?
We haven't done that too much yet, but I think we're going to. I quite like dressing up and wearing hats and funky jewelry and things like that. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to more of that. Do you like that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
See, one of the things, you get to wear butterfly wings in choir, so it's got to be good.
Oh gosh. I don't think I've seen those yet, but
Oh, no, it is. It's good.
good. It's been really nice meeting you and talking to you a bit more.
Yeah, you too.
Keep up the
I
guitar.
knew I vaguely recognised you, but I couldn't, you know, it's different situations, isn't it? I couldn't remember what you did, which ones you did.
Yeah, and the one with the wild white hair that now hasn't been cut for about 8 months.
You know, mine was due to be cut tomorrow, and on Sunday morning I had an email from my hairdresser. I'm working today. If you want to come this afternoon, so she did it 3:15 on Sunday afternoon.
Wow, yeah.
Which has got to be good.
Yeah.
Open up your salon on a Sunday.
People trying to do as much as they can during lockdown, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a comment I just overheard on the earlier chat about you know, that music is kind of filling their days, and I think that's kind of happening with us as well. We're just playing a lot and lots of different things, you know, exploring different things. So having some of your teaching input is invaluable.
It's nice that you can do it together as well, because I don't play the guitar as much as I should, because it's just, you know, about 10 minutes and then I go, oh, you're going to come and do this, should we do this, or we, you know, and it don't do as much as I should, really.
Yeah, I'm an early riser, so I find I get up and play. So if I can play for the first hour, you know, before the dog is really awake or John's up, yeah, that works really well. And I just can't put my backup music on very loud to wake him up. But no, good luck with that, and your folk song as well. That sounds great.
Yeah, thank you.
Do they say published in music? I don't know. Please.
I guess you can always be better, but
yeah.
Oh, any last comments? Ooh. No, just keep doing it, dear Chris.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah. We'll get through this next one and the next lockdown. Hopefully this is the last one.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah.
And we'll be able to get together again, because, you know, getting together is great. So,
yes.
So I look forward to seeing you, and I think that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
And keep playing and singing. And come to choir, because it's brilliant.
Yeah. I'll see if I can.